Hi everybody, I'm here with Loséne Keita, one of the greatest fighters who ever stepped inside the Octagon and now current featherweight in UFC.
Yes,
Thanks for your time.
No, thank you guys.
So we are here in Prague while you were filming here some videos for PML.
Yeah.
So do you feel any nostalgia here in Prague where you fought so many times?
Oh yeah, Prague's for me like home. You know, coming back to Czechia is like for me home. I fought in Czech, so like I think more than 4 years, 5 years. So it's like coming back home.
Do you cherish any memory like the top?
If I have memories at the top, yeah, I think with my greatest memory and my saddest memory was in Tvanise when I broke my leg. You know, so that memory still keep for me because that was even when I lost the fight because I broke my leg and I still got a win.
I think that this is a good point where to start our interview because that was a moment where you were in featherweight fight.
Yeah, yeah.
And many people said that it was a mistake to go down there to the featherweight to go for a title in that weight class. Now you are in featherweight in UFC. Do you feel like it's different for your performances?
No, for me, I think to be honest with you, featherweight is I feel best at featherweight. I'm faster. Like if you saw my last fight, the reflex weren't there. Even though I didn't get the win, the reflex were there. Some good things were there. It's just my aggressivity were missing. No, I feel best at featherweight, even especially in Octagon. If you saw the lightweight guys, I think fight day they're like 85 and stuff like that. And me, fight day, I'm 74 max. You know, so I cannot be lightweight in Octagon and some things like that. No, I'm featherweight. I'm best at featherweight.
So you've said that you've missed some aggressivity in the fight with Natalie Wood. Why is that?
Because when I came to UFC, to be honest with you, I had a lot of pressure, and I thought, to be honest, okay, Nathan Hood was very good fighter. You know, he was UFC 16 fight in UFC. In my head, the guy was the war like whoa, you know. But sometimes I forget who I am, you know. So another day I forget myself. I was too much focused. What's he gonna do? I thought, okay, I'm gonna be a counter fighter because he's gonna make a mistake. And I see the guy was doing nothing, and it play with my mind a little bit like, why he's not doing nothing? We are in the UFC, so you know, it's like you watching yourself in the mirror, hyping yourself up. Okay, today is gonna be like, oh yeah, you're gonna give everything, and then you go there, you see your opponent is like, you know, and some way I'm like, okay, maybe it's playing strategy, maybe it's so that fucked up my mind. So I was too much focused on him than myself, you know.
And when you look back at Patricio Pitbull, that fight that fell out, do you think that put even more pressure on you coming inside the cage in London?
No, to be honest with you, I thought Natalie Wood were more dangerous than Patricio Pitbull. So Pitbull didn't put me pressure. I thought, okay, I'm at my place. I'm going there, do my thing. Wood gonna come swinging and stuff because you know I'm an aggressive fighter. And then we went there, he didn't do nothing, and I didn't do nothing, and that's bothered me. Like the loss don't bother me, to be honest with you. The loss, like if I lose in a fight when I know, okay, the guy just beat me, then I say, okay, it was he's just better than me. But losing a fight knowing the guy didn't do nothing, I didn't do nothing, I lose because I didn't do nothing, that really bothered me. But for the rest, but on one side of the story also, I have peace with it. I had like, okay, if I can performance like this against a guy who is 13, who have more than 16 fights in the UFC, on my worst day, bro, on my best day, I will kill them all.
Many experts said that you are top 10 fighter in the world. Coming into this fight, did that put any pressure on you?
No, not really, because in my head, I'm already like that. Even after the fight, they say it also. I'm that guy. So yeah, no, things like that never bring pressure on me because I know myself. I'm the best, and that's it. You know, so the things like that don't bring pressure.
Before that fight, you had like pretty big layoff.
Yeah.
Do you think that it would be some of the impact to the fight, to the lack of aggressiveness?
I would say maybe less sparring, but I had layoff, but it was not that. It's not like I was out of the gym. I was training. I was doing like how do you say? I was not training like I'm training for competition, but I was training. I was not sparring hard. I was not. I was just moving around with some amateurs. Maybe that can be issue. I had less aggressive. I was less aggressive in the cage, but I'm not gonna put on on that. At the end of the day, that's for me. I'm a fighter. I'm honest with myself. I'm not gonna put on this, on this, on this. It was my own hand. I should be more aggressive. I should be just be myself. Go there, even though I can. If even I didn't fight 2 years or 3 years, at the end of the day, there was the guy in front of me who wanted my head, so I should perform.
Many people said that UFC managers wanted you on the bench because they were like, in a way, punish you for missing a weight on first time.
No, I thought that also, but and then I think, to be honest with you, to be UFC be very, very, very good to me. Even on the fight week, I feel it. Even during, like, if you see, I miss weight. Pitbull still didn't get fight. He's fighting tomorrow and stuff like that. So they gave me even earlier fighter than Pitbull, and they gave me a good fighter. And to tell you the truth, before not who they even gave me a top 15 again. They were looking for somebody for top 15. They all say no. And then who took the fight because he was close to top 15, So no, they didn't put me on the bench. It was 4 months, 5 months. For me, it's none. To be honest with you, for what I did, missing weight and stuff like that, in such a because everybody wanted to see that fight, and such a I think 4 months weight is not that much, to be honest with you. Average fighter in UFC weight always like 4-5 months. So no, I thought also the punish me, but if you watch the whole stuff, they'll only be great. They've been great to me. They treat me well. They know my potential, my value, my marketable value and stuff like that. No, they do.
You've already mentioned the loss against Loséne Keita.
Yeah.
When you look back at that, and when you look back at Patricio Pitbull and whole the situation, which is worse? Which was more difficult for you?
To be honest with you, at the beginning, I didn't mind the loss against Loséne Keita. I say, okay, he didn't beat me, he's injured. I really didn't mind, but it started to hit me when my fight with Wood was signed, and then there were like a lot of undefeated on the card. Like people were saying, oh, like 5 undefeated, and I didn't saw my name there. I have some ego, and that's the place it started to hit me. Like I was like, I'm undefeated also. My name should be there, and that one bothered me. But I think with Pitbull was worse. Yeah, that he really hit me.
Yeah. Obviously, before that fight, you had this undefeated mentality.
Yeah.
Now you have like a proper loss against Nathaniel Wood. Yeah. Is that some pressure off of you? Do you feel better now with the win? It's maybe odd to say, but do you feel better now?
No, to be honest with you, I was never scared of losing. I always say in an interview, I'm never scared of losing, but one thing I know, I'm not gonna lose. And now it happened. I'm like, okay, it happened. I can lose, but next time it's not gonna happen again. So yeah, it's go off. People see also, and also now maybe also people know I'm a human. It's not gonna be too much pressure on me now. Now I can just go there and beat this guy, and not would he been there with a lot of great fighters, He been there with a lot of great fighters, and he was never scared of nobody until me. So that gave me also like, yeah, you are really that guy. We saw in the fight, he didn't do nothing because the guy was scared, and that bothered me. I didn't take advantage of it. But yeah, the next fighter is kill or get killed, like every other fight.
We are filming this before the UFC 327th event in Miami, and as I said, tomorrow is coming up the fight Aaron Pico versus Patricio Pitbull. Who is your favorite in this fight?
To be honest with you, I don't want to sound like a hater, but I have unfinished business with Pitbull. I really don't like the guy. He's the first fighter in the world I don't like for everything he did to me. I really don't like him. Like not accepting the fight is one thing, but me and him we were cool after the fight was off. We were talking normally. I apologized to him. I said sorry, the fight didn't. And then after when he saw camera, he started to make it. a problem about it. He posted a video on the internet, me begging him to take the fight. You know, that's for me. That was like, you don't want to fight. We understand, but don't try to recreate. So he recreate now some beef between me and him that I really hate him for the rest of my life. I hope the guy lose, because if he lose, me and him, we need to fight. Our fight need to happen, because the fight is already a lot of hype. They have history. We're supposed to meet, and I already make the weight. And if he lose, he don't get cut by UFC. Me and him, we should fight.
Are you disappointed even more that he is such a legend in the sport of MMA?
Yes, that make me even more sad about his case, because you've been there with probably all the best. You know, you don't have nothing to prove. You know, okay, the guy messed a weight. You just say, okay, I don't want to fight. Easy, nobody forced you to fight. Okay, you don't want, nobody. You don't need to prove nothing to nobody. But for me, that was childish, going to internet, try to make me look bad. I was like, you don't need my to look me bad, to make yourself good. Look your resume. You two-time Bellator champion. You know everywhere. You know, you don't need that. So for me, that was worse. I was like, how can you call yourself a champ if you do things like that? That's and to be honest, also, I would never say no to a fighter for 1 kilo if I'm not. I've been there in the cage. I fought with Ronnie Paradise. Fight that there are more. To not be, I think there are more than 10 kilo more than me in the cage. So why would I say for 1 kilo? Never. You know.
We see a lot of fighters on the internet asking for fights on X.
Yeah.
Are you planning to do so tomorrow?
On what?
To ask for a fight, call him out on the internet.
I'm gonna watch for his how do you say, for the result, and then yeah, I'm on him. I really want the guy. And after the fight, what also good now, maybe after his fight, people might think I might lose against him. Now it's 50-50, so it's like more hype now, you know. So yeah, if he lost the guy and UFC don't cut him, I really want him. But there were some good name also. I saw some guy also, McMiller or something like that, some O'Malley training partner. He can also get it. Furthermore, there's a lot of good names. I can't wait. I'm target to come back in September, I hope. So yeah.
So you are targeting September, but you just want to stay active as well.
Yeah.
You are fighting on PML,
Yes,
20th in Trenčín in May. So how are you excited about this fight coming back to or your like other home?
Yeah, I'm very excited. First of all, I'm very excited to fight in front of Czech public.
Slovak.
Yeah, it's the same for me. Slovak, Czech-Slovakian public. You know, for me, it's crazy to do that again, to be able to do that, to get that kind of love again, you know. And it's also mentally preparing me to go also in the UFC, because it's like, okay, I still have support from Czech-Slovak fans and stuff like that. So it's not like the next time I'm still connecting with Czech-Slovakian people, you know. So the next time when I'm going to a fight, it's not like I'm fighting for Belgium, Guinea. Now I'm fighting for Czech, Guinea, Slovakia, you know. So there are a lot of people behind me, and that's gonna give me an extra motivation to get the next head.
The next head should be the Yan Hurak. So
yeah.
What do you think about him?
He's a great coach, to be honest with you, but yeah, he want to measure himself against a young guy, especially after my defeat now. So I don't think it's a good idea for him to take a grappling, or I don't a fight is a fight, you know, a grappling fight against me right now, because there are a lot of possibility he might get a suplex there in the fight. He might get a suplex. He might get I don't know, throw out of the cage, you know, because now I'm
WWE.
Yeah, I want everything, you know, because it's like coming back home, fighting in front of my own public, his own public, and somebody need to, you know, I'm going for the finish. I'm not going there for a draw. I really want to finish the guy.
I think that most of the people, most of the fans know you for your striking, but now you were in the grappling match.
They're gonna be surprised. Maybe after the fight, they're gonna say, "Oh, maybe Keita was hiding his wrestling and stuff." Yeah, but I know. To be honest with you, I don't really think Yan can take me even one takedown. Even one, he cannot. He can't. To be honest with you, yeah, it's gonna be. I'm gonna submit the guy.
You're gonna submit the guy, and then in September coming back to UFC.
Knockout for a knockout. Yeah. September I'm going for the knockout.
Thank you for your time, cool.
No problem. Thank you for your interview.
Děkujeme, že sledujete podcast Fight. Pokud vás naše tvorba baví, nezapomeňte odebírat tento kanál eSport Fight. Moc nám to pomůže při naší tvorbě. Odběr, like, zvoneček, tohleto vše podpoří růst tohoto kanálu, který jsme právě pro vás založili. Tak díky moc.